Well, it is truly another great day to be a Beaver, for sure. Thank you all for being here. I want to take a minute and thank our search committee and chaired by Kim Umassey, Senior Associate AD, for their great work, and special thanks to the great one, Darwin Barney, for his efforts as a alumni representative on the committee as well. Would also like to thank Pat Casey, who's here, served as my special consultant, and I want to thank him for that and for 25 years of excellent service in building what we have today. Pat, thank you very much. Let me also thank Pat Bailey for his diligence and dedication as interim head coach this year. Pat, thank you very much. So if you've been around Beaver Nation for a while, you know a guy by the name Mitch Canham as a player. One of the undisputed leaders, captain, an All-American on the 2006-2007 National Championship teams here. What you may not know about Mitch Canham is the manager, the coach, the leader, who has had a meteoric rise with the Mariners organization. One of the front office executives there told me that he is the talk of the entire organization. He's in a position that others are 10 years older in the same position, and he has been outstanding ever since. Another source suggested that when he walked in to see Mitch and the program, he walked into a clubhouse that had the best culture of any clubhouse he'd ever seen. His players have exceeded their expectations. Mitch is a leader that connects with his student athletes. Mitch is a leader that understands the development of a student is not just about the talent and the skill, but about the whole person. We are indeed in a position for a bright future here with our baseball program, and I am absolutely delighted to introduce you to our new head baseball coach, Mitch Canham.
Well, to say a few words, I actually prepared a document because I get so excited about this opportunity and this university and the baseball program and the community. See, I'm already starting to go, but I made sure I wrote it down so I stay on script because I can go on for hours or days or years if you like, hopefully many, many years, about how wonderful this place really is. It's so good to be back home. I'm grateful for the experience and excited to be here today. I'd like to thank Scott Barnes, the selection committee, and President Ray for this opportunity to lead the Men of Oregon State's baseball program, and especially Coach Casey. Thank you. You have been my coach and mentor for many years, and I feel like I've been taking everything you've taught me, combined with the things I've learned from other baseball coaches and leaders like Andy McKay of the Mariners, legendary Dan Wilson, a hero of mine, Chris Forbes of the Colorado Rockies, and countless others, and the players I've coached along the way, and of course my O-State baller team from back in the day, guys like Darwin Barney and Kevin Gunderson and many, many others who've helped me be where I'm at right now and made me the man I am today. I'm looking forward to working with the coaching staff here and settling into life in this beautiful city. And with my wife, Marlis, and our kids, Mac and Maya, to be home, to really be home. There's a lot of hard work ahead, but I'm so grateful for the opportunity. I know our motto for the athletic department is to build excellent, authentic, visionary student athletes, and I promise you I'll be giving my heart and soul to this and everything I've learned on the field to taking care of this task. I owe my professional life to the people and principals of this department, and I'm deeply committed to giving back as good as I got by putting my focus here and helping the student athletes achieve their very best academically, helping their technical skills on the field, and really what it means to be a strong man and leader life after baseball. You're not just a team when you walk on the field to play. and you don't stop being a team when you walk off the field. I don't even like using the word team. We're a family. And it's a 24/7 kind of thing. It's a 24/7 opportunity that we get to take care of our family, challenge ourselves, learn by our mistakes, and always strive to compete against ourselves, become a better player, a better student, and a better human being. Through Coach Casey's example, I learned what it takes: dedication, sacrifice, and commitment to becoming an everyday champion. I look forward to this amazing opportunity to mold a team of young student athletes into exceptional human beings and send them out into our community and the world. My passion for this program is second to none, and I've lived for the Orange and Black since I attended OSU. My wife Marlis and I believe this is where our family belongs, and we will help continue the tradition of excellence both on and off the field while advancing the positive influence of Beaver Nation. Thank you for having me.
Questions?
Mitch, when did this start to crystallize for you as far as taking a run at this job?
When I stepped on campus in the fall of 2002. The first time I met Case, he was wearing a white pair of Nike shoes, and I could tell you they were all but white. They were definitely brown. And when I met the man and I saw him working on the field, and I met Dan Spencer, I knew I wanted to be a part of this for my life.
As far as this particular opportunity, though, when the job opened last September when Pat retired, is that when you started thinking about it, or did it start to become more real in the last few months?
Well, I will tell you, in 2006, I talked to Darwin about it and told him that someday we'd be coming back here, and talked about how cool that would be. But as things started to move, it was always something in the back of my mind that I would love to do. But what's important to me is being present where I'm at, and my job with the Seattle Mariners and the athletes, they deserve my full attention. So I was doing my best to be present with them. With this in my mind, I knew that we were going to take care of it. The process was going to take care of itself. And we have a lot of amazing people involved in this program. So I knew no matter what, it was going to be in great hands.
Scott, you got this done pretty quickly. What was the process? How many people did you interview? And then when did you decide on Mitch?
Yeah. Well, I harken back. I felt it was really important that Pat Casey had the opportunity to talk to his staff about his decision, and that happened on a Tuesday. That night we posted, followed obviously all the protocol around the post, interviewed half a dozen candidates. Obviously, Mitch is somebody that we were very aware of. He was exceptional in the interview, confirmed, Carrie, everything that I had hoped I knew about him as it related to being a leader, a developer of men, a fit in terms of what we were looking for, incredibly connected in his relatability, I'll call it, to student athletes, that care that he has for them, that trust that he builds with them, absolutely rose to the top in the interview process.
Mitch, welcome back. When can we expect the new rendition, the new lyrics for Rose State Ballers?
It's only a matter of time, right? Well, actually, surprised me. My best friend since fifth grade, Ryan, who is actually the one who deserves all the credit for creating those songs. He was excited. He said, "Hey, anytime you need that next song coming out, let me know and we'll get on it right away." But those were good times.
What did those teams, though, mean to you, and obviously life-changing events, 06, 07? I mean, when you had your pro debut down in Eugene, it was like rock star kind of status for so many of you guys that turned pro and just went on bigger and better things. What kind of a special run was that for you?
Honestly, so Andrew Moore was at the affiliate with me in AA, and Ben Holmes also came in as well. He was pitching against us, and just so happened that all three of us were sitting there together, and he turns on the old soundtrack, and we're all sitting there playing the music together, and it got me a little choked up because every time around, throughout the collegiate baseball season, we have a large text thread that goes out amongst all of us former brothers, and we talk about the experience and how excited we are for what the program's doing and how it's pushing forward. And I can't be more grateful for the people that I got to stand next to in the locker room and on the field, like true men, and staying connected with each of them, watching them, how they're leading their communities now. I mean, this program's done tremendous things to change the lives of student athletes. And the cool thing, yeah, we won a few national championships and we played great baseball. But what all the former players are doing right now is even more amazing. And seeing them become fathers and getting to see their kids. Just the other day, you know, you see a picture of Joey Wong and his little one, or, you know, Jinx and his little one, and Gippy's out fishing with his and pulling in a big one. And, you know, that's the truly amazing part, is the relationships that we built here. And I see it every year, watching these guys come through the program and how much they take pride in it and how they bond together. It's so different than anywhere else. And we look to continue that and excel even more at it.
Hey Mitch, last year we had you on the football broadcast at halftime, and you were talking about when they were closing in on the championship last year, playing Arkansas that final game. You were managing, but somehow you kept a close eye on that final game. What were you exactly doing?
So I was in my office, and Mr. Mariner himself was in town, and I didn't want to miss a pitch. And so I got there early, got all my stuff done, and I'm locked in on the game. And I'm not sitting, I'll tell you that much. I'm pacing and watching the game, and I feel a presence. I turn around, and Alvin Davis is videotaping me in the last inning. He's trying to get my reaction to it. And I already made the decision that if the game was going extra innings or anything, I was going to run out, get tossed real quick, and come back in. Had the lineup card ready. I already had my speech for him. It was going to be efficient, and I was going to get back in there and watch the completion of the game. And I remember standing in there and tearing up, just pure joy, watching everyone run onto the field, the big dog pile, the hugs that were happening. And so I sat out there in just a big cloud, you know, during our game, and just smiling the whole time. You know, not that I wasn't trying to be present right there, but I was just overwhelmed with joy for everyone here.
One more quick thing. Just talk about the talent of Adley.
He's amazing, right? He's amazing. He's so we were here before we had to take off for spring training, and everyone was out there. They had a scrimmage going on, and my wife was sitting next to me. And I was sitting there eating Local Boys. It's tradition. We come into town, we go right to Local Boys, we get some food. So we're sitting there in the stands, and I had a phone call. We had a conference call with the Mariners, and I was on mute as others were talking. I turned to Marlis and I said, "This kid is special." I said, "Just don't blink." And I pulled the phone back up. The next pitch, he hits it over the scoreboard, and I said, "Told you so." And, you know, being around him as not nearly as much as I would like to be, because he is an amazing human being. You can tell just by how he walks, how he talks, how he looks into your eyes when he's asking a question, and he genuinely cares for others. They made the right choice taking him number 1 overall. I know he has a long, prosperous career ahead of him on the field, but what he's going to do for people away from the field is even more remarkable. What an amazing thing to have been a brother of his on the field with him, and he's gonna do great things for the Orioles organization.
Mitch, you were on the fast track to being a major league manager. What made this job so hard to pass up that you had to go after?
This is the only job I've ever really dreamt of. So when I was fortunate enough to interview with the Mariners, I got to sit down and share my beliefs. Sandy McKay brought me in, and everything that I told him I care about being selfless. I care about our process day in and day out. I care about doing the right thing, and I love to have fun. And that's exactly where it aligned with. I said, I'm all in on this job. I was born and raised in the Northwest. This is home. I'm never going to leave it, except if I get one call. And there's only one other job in the world that means more to me, and that's this one. And I've made a million great relationships. I love those guys, and tomorrow I'm going to head back and say my goodbyes. And I'll tell you this much, those guys, it's not unusual to let them. I let them know, hey, I'm going to be gone for a day. I have an opportunity that I'm going to go seek. And instantly they circled around me and prayed on me, and it's awesome to see that family can be created wherever you're at, to be able to embrace your grass, as we call it, or be where your feet are, and do those kind of things. And pro baseball is amazing. Right out the get-go in 2016, I'm getting guys that are coming right out of college from all over the country, LSU, Pitt, Oklahoma State, University of Washington, Braden Bishop, who made his debut this year. And they're people. And you show them that you care, and you go to work each and every day. You take care of what's happening in the clubhouse. And all the guys that have been around me know that I care about what they do off the field, because that directly relates to what they do on the field. And we put a lot of emphasis on that, developing ourselves as human beings and as players. And sometimes people look at me and say, you're such a college-type coach. I was like, yeah, that's where we get really good, right? Why is it any different? And it's not. And the Mariners organization is phenomenal. The people that we have there are really doing great things. They're smart. They're asking questions. They're holding each other accountable. They care about people. It has been truly remarkable getting the opportunity to work with them and to develop in that atmosphere. And I don't have no regrets on taking off from there. They've been very supportive. They know where my passion is, and since I connected with them, they've been on board full-heartedly. Anything we can do, let us know, and that just says to the type of people that they are.
You have, seems like some tough decisions ahead with the coaching staff. What will be the approach in figuring out who you want? You had a couple of guys on the previous staff that were legitimate contenders for the job.
Yes.
How do you handle that?
Amazing men, all of them. And not just amazing men, as people, but also with their skill set. Phenomenal coaches, right? And not only that, their family. So the conversations have to go. I mean, it just happened yesterday, and just getting to see everyone's face finally. I'm excited to sit down and talk with each coach. Had a chance to talk with Nate, had a chance to talk with Bales, and great things. We're all in a good place, and we're gonna continue to have the conversations and see how we can make this thing work. I know that our current players and our future players are going to be very excited, and we're going to continue to make this thing right.
Any other questions? Thanks, guys.
Cool.
Great.
Thank
Thank
you.
you all. Go Beavs.